Good evening. This is the Popper Scan video for Friday, April 8th. And first off, we've got KAD, penny stock. Penny stocks really haven't been that active lately. Maybe we're going to see them start to wake up. Ideally, I prefer to add this stock around the 10-cent area, but it was flat yesterday, got a little up move today and a little bit of volume, so definitely one to keep an eye on here tomorrow. Next up, of course, the energy stocks. We went over this in the nightly video. DEJ, rock and roll time on a break of 44 cents. CVM, biotech play. Nice pop on this one today. Don't like the candle that it had. I would probably, if I was playing this one, look to buy a 71-cent break. Might miss some upside doing that, especially given that it closed at 63 cents. But, just given the candle that it had and how some of these under $1 bios have been acting, better to be safe than sorry. And, if it does break 71 cents, it'll have a lot of upside. So that's how I would approach that one. HMPR, bank play with a nice possible bottom on this one today. Now, keep in mind, if you play this one, I don't like holding banks overnight, and I especially don't like holding banks on Friday nights because Fridays are when the feds come in and seize banks. I'm not saying they're going to seize HMPR. I'm just saying that's a personal preference of mine. Break of 70 cents here, especially if the bank plays are hot, and you could see it bounce to 80 to 90 cents on this one looking at the chart. DPTR, very nice bottom chart on this one. Has its eyes on a dollar. Probably needs a break at 95 cents. I'm thinking we're going to see the penny oil plays go tomorrow. We had a couple of very active ones today, and this one gets a break of a dollar, and it could easily see a 10 to 15% run, just like it did back in early March. TGC is on the scan tonight. Nice couple of candles here over the last 2 days. This stock has frustrated a lot of traders, especially since its earnings report. But again, if we really do see the oil plays start to take off tomorrow, this is definitely one you have to keep an eye on. CXZ, monster winner for us in the chat room. We jumped into this one yesterday at $1.08, and it hit 138 as its high today. Monster winner. But interesting, the uranium stocks, despite what happened in Japan today, you'll see a couple more later on in this video, are starting to pop up on the pop scan. So definitely worth keeping an eye on this one tomorrow. Where to add it? This one is tough, especially since we jumped into it early. I'd probably look towards the other uranium plays, and we'll get into those later. JSDA, what a rock star chart. Been popping late in the day every single day. Buy $1.25 under, you'll see $1.28 plus each day. Breakout is 133 is probably what will set this one free for that run up to the $1.50 level. So I'd be watching it pretty close for any dips under $1.25 to pick up a scalp position. DYAX, we went into this one on the nightly video, locked and loaded for that move to 180 and then $2. Would really like to see this one get a break of $1.70 tomorrow. AVII, this sell-off you saw here a few days ago was on financing for some reason. They gave a sweetheart deal, as some of these biotech stocks usually do. 20% discount to funds that have been shorting this. I'm not even going to go into it. It gets annoying after a while. On the pop scan, definitely one to keep an eye on here. Would actually prefer it if it consolidated for another couple of days before running, but when it does bounce, it'll be going back to the $1.80 level. ALXA, actually let me move this chart just a little. Very interesting play here. It's been very active over the last couple of days. A break of 170 could trigger a buy on this one, and 10 to 15 cents upside for those looking for a quick scalp. ACAD, played this one a few days ago. I would not add this one unless it broke that recent high up there at what is it? I believe it's 184. So if it broke 184, I'd probably look to jump into this one for a rule of two play for a run back to the $2 level. VTG has been active over the last couple of days on the move in oil prices. Even though they have no oil, this is a company that does drilling. If this stock breaks 2, you could jump into it, but if this stock breaks 2, I'd actually look to trade WH. Let me pull that up here. Another oil driller trading at the bottom, not on the popper scan, but if VTG broke out tomorrow, I would look to this one as a sympathy play on that breakout. SNSS, we went over this in the daily video. Looking for a break at 210 on this one, and we're looking for a move, to 220, 230. URRE, this is one of the uranium plays, I would say, versus playing CXZ now. This actually might be one to consider. The high of the day today was 222. Might be an interesting play on a break at 225, especially if you see the other uranium stocks start to move. So keep an eye on this one tomorrow. Could end up being a nice little play. ENER got hammered on its earnings report a few days ago. 240 is probably what will light this one up, so let's keep an eye on this one tomorrow for a possible 240 play, especially if the alternative energy stocks start to finally move on this oil move. ANX for the patient traders, nice little move. Next breakout is 240. Probably a little bit too late to jump in on this one, but if you're still riding it, next target 240 and then 260, and there you go. ICGN, another cancer bio at the bottom. 250 might be a very nice add on this one, so keep an eye on this one tomorrow. Again, the higher priced biotech stocks, especially the cancer stocks, have been going on some nice little moves recently, so it's wise to pay attention to these. EMKR, we've got this one. It's an optical play and a solar play. So again, if the solar stocks take off here, this is definitely one that should be watched really, really closely. CWTR on the popper scan yesterday. Nice breakout today. Would look to add it on a 280 break with a $3 target. Another uranium play, URZ, again, also on the bottom. So if the uranium plays do start to go, you could get a 20 to 50 cent move on this one with your stops at today's low of 318. Last but not least, another biotech stock that was on the scan yesterday, XOMA. If we get a break through that 350 level, it could see a move to $4 just based on the chart here. So that's it for the pop scan today. Remember, if you've got any questions on this, definitely feel free to shoot me an email or ask me in the chat room, and I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.